definitely a collective that feels like very emotional. This is also a collective that is feeling like very intuitive. But yeah, there is this heavy feeling prospectively around like wanting to be connected. It could be with one specific person or wanting something to work out. But yeah, maybe feeling like this working out is in a future state. Maybe questioning whether it's ever going to be possible or whether you have to be patient. There's this energy here of like loving someone or something and trying to be content without them, but then also wanting to hope that the future could change that or that the two of you could come together. Okay? You could be a water sign, strong water energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You could also be connected to an Aries. Aries energy at the bottom of the deck, divine masculine energy at the bottom of the deck. And this is somebody who I feel like is not giving you much at this time. Okay? Who has not been giving you much at this time. If this is a past energy, I feel this energy of this person fearing making a change. They're trying to be courageous and brave enough to make a change, but I feel this energy of like not being ready. They go back and forth on this. And yeah, you feel like this person's in their ego. And maybe for some time you were too. Okay? Maybe for some time you were too, right? This person was in their ego. They were shutting their feelings down. They were shutting their heart. And you went in your ego because you're like, I don't want to be hurt by this anymore. So you shut down. You felt a lot of hurt and pain, which is also ego. Okay, which is also ego. So both of you were feeling this heaviness. Both of you were feeling kind of triggered or feeling pain around this. And I want all of you to recognize that anytime you're in a connection that is a strong soul connection, the energy is always mirrored. Okay? Meaning, if they're hurting, you're hurting. If they're in their ego, you're probably in your ego. Okay? If you're still energetically connected, the two of you mirror each other. What does this person think about the decision to move towards my collective at this time? Here's the struggle. It's like they feel like they don't have what you're wanting them to offer right now. Okay? For some of you, this is someone who's connected to another party, not all. Okay? But for some of you as well, you're connected to another party. Or you're open to being connected to another party just because, yeah, there's a part of you that may be giving up that this is going to work out. So I feel this collective of like trying to pursue other energies, trying to move forward, trying to date other people maybe, but then also feeling deep down like you're still connected to this person that is from your past. Okay? What else do we need to know about this? What else do we need to know? Damn. Yeah, this person's definitely heartbroken right now. They're definitely heartbroken. They feel shattered by this. For some of you, this is what happened. This person pushed you away because they still had to address something with the karmic energy. You decided that you weren't going to wait around just because it was hurting you. You detached or at least gave up on hope temporarily or like, you know, for the foreseeable future. You eventually attracted the attention or eyes of another. They saw and recognized that you had been connected to another and they became devastated because now they feel like they've actually lost you. Now they feel like you're actually gone. And this is also encouraging them to embody their masculine energy, step into their masculine energy here to take action. Masculine energy is action oriented. Wounded masculine is unclear of their direction. A wounded masculine doesn't have a clear vision or strategy or approach, clear direction. It's like they move forward and backward, forward and backward. And I feel like that's what you got for some time, this wounded masculine energy, moving towards you and pulling back, moving towards you and pulling back. For most of you, I feel Aries energy here. I feel Aries, Leo, Sagittarius is strong in this collective, okay? I also feel water, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. What is this person thinking about my collective at this time? Dang. They're still holding on to you. They're still obsessing over you, holding on to you, spying on you. Most of you know this. Most of you are aware of this, okay? And dang. They want to know if you're still available. They want to know if they still have an opportunity here. They want to know if this is even still viable. For some of you, they don't think it's viable. Some of you, it's like they're seeing the choices you're making. It's telling them that they have to give up. They're looking at you and thinking that they can't even move towards you anymore. And for a lot of you, that might be true. I feel you really taking care of yourself. I feel you no longer waiting on this person from a communication standpoint. You long for them, but you're not waiting on them. See the difference? You can long for someone and like crave them and miss them, but not be waiting on them. Because you ain't, you know, an elf on a shelf. You're not just sitting around being like, boop, 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 boop. What time is it, Mr. What? Like, it's like, are you sitting around waiting for this person? Hell no. You got better things to do with your life, you know? Like living it, like being in it, like existing. And yeah, there is desire here on your side, but like you're definitely not waiting. Boop, doop, boop. You're definitely not waiting. But all the meanwhile, I feel this energy of like you suppressing what you desire here because you feel like there's no movement. You feel like this person's sitting in silence. You feel like you've been frozen in time in this connection. And the realization that you've had is that like you need to protect yourself. But then you know this person is a soulmate or soul connection. But a lot of you are questioning like what's the value in knowing that? So you've drawn some boundaries here. You've drawn some boundaries here. Okay? What does this person want to say to my collective? Yeah, you ain't no MILF on a shelf. What do they want to say to you? They want to say to you that you need to surrender. You need to surrender. The grass wasn't greener. For some of you, this is somebody who's in a third party. Be optimistic. Be optimistic. That's annoying. Okay? Telling you to be optimistic when they're doing nothing is annoying. Okay? Telling you believe in me while actively doing nothing. Okay? Be positive. Well, do something. Okay? What is this person's intentions towards my collective, though? What do we need to know? Dang. This is somebody, though, that does want an opportunity with you. Like, this is someone who wants to do it right, though. I feel like they just know that they're no good for you right now. For some of you, this is somebody who could be self-sabotaging. And it's almost like they're keeping themselves away from you because they're self-sabotaging. They're not ready to offer you something solid. They're not ready to mirror your value. They're not ready to mirror your value. And for some of you, it's because they're taking care of kids. Or there's something to do with family here where they feel like they have to prioritize that. Damn. Okay. What is the current state of this connection at this time, though? For some of you, you are going to get communication from this person, but it feels like it's kind of disappointing. Or it's like it's lackluster. It's not enough. Okay? And I feel like for this collective, it's like you want to take a big chance, whether it's a brand new start or whether it's with this person. But no more half measures. Like you're done with being stuck. You're done with standing still. You want to be able to fully give yourself to someone or something. And I think for some of you, you're already connected to someone else. So you may be questioning, should I put my energy into that? Should I put my effort into that? Should I focus on this person who's already showing up for me, who's already desiring me, who's already wanting me, who's already making me feel like the queen or king that I am? A lot of you are kind of struggling here. You are struggling. Damn. So what are the future potential for this relationship based on the current energy? What do we need to know? There's still a lot of false truths, deceptions on this person's side. Like they're thinking that they can just avoid this and it's going to go away. But that's not going to happen. Like this is something that they've been trying to repress for so long. Okay? For some of you, this has to culminate with them making this final decision here to be able to move towards you. But for a lot of you, it's going to be too late. It's going to be too late. And I feel like up until this time, they have been avoiding this. They have been in this like stalemate energy, but they've recently had a breakthrough that they can't isolate themselves anymore. They need to be open to receive something from you. And you are what they wish for. What does my collective think about all this again? Yeah, you're struggling because you feel like this person is limited by their fears and you don't want to be limited anymore. You've created new expectations for yourself and that actually feels true and that feels good. Again, like I said, for some of you, you're already connected to a soulmate. You're already connected to a new energy and this is a twin flame. So you've got this twin flame connection from the past or like a very strong, powerful, false twin that feels like a twin. Somebody who's basically like pulling on your energy but still like pulling back to be able to invest in something else. And then you have this new energy that's nurturing you and like desiring you and worshiping you. And all the meanwhile, as messy as this sounds, I still feel a reunion with this person. Yoinks. Y'all be careful. Don't be messing up a good thing that you got going on, okay? Sometimes the most glamorous connection or the most powerful or intense connection is not the connection that will sustain itself. Sometimes that connection that is like the spicy telenovela escandalo is not the one that could exist in your life without causing you too much stress. Some of y'all are playing with fire right now. I feel that. I feel some of you playing with fire. I feel some of you being like trying to almost have it both ways, or still emotionally tied to the past while you're trying to manifest something in the future. Some of you are a fire sign doing this, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay? And it's like, you know you deserve more. You know you deserve abundance. But then there's this part of you that still doubts yourself. And I feel like that keeps you connected to this, what feels like an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I also have Aries. Okay? There's a lot of conflict here. And the thing is, you're both actively embroiled in this conflict. It's not just you and it's not just them. You're both stuck in this. It is thick. This is dense. This is something y'all have been doing for some time. This has been like months, if not years, of you going back and forth with this person. Both of you trying to control this. Both of you trying to suppress. Both of you trying to avoid releasing. And then like temporarily feeling excited about other things, but then going back to this person. Damn. Some of y'all just got called out. What is the advice here for this collective, okay? What do they need to know about what they need to do? Okay, I feel for some of you, this person that you're connected to, as much as you want this person and you care about this person, it's like what you actually want. And maybe you don't feel this yet and you'll get to this point. But what you actually desire is to be able to have a connection with someone in which you can feel truly seen, in which you can be fully vulnerable. And maybe you don't feel you have that with this new energy. For some of you, okay? Or you feel like there's things that you have to explain, or it feels like it's less of a fit, or there's like less of that obvious chemistry, that easy chemistry, right? But sometimes you have a connection in your life that's worthy of evolving or growing. And I also feel what you've learned from this past connection was to be able to open up and share your vulnerability. So there's an opportunity here to make a change. Now, for others, the reason why you're still connected to this person from the past is because you are suppressing your vulnerability. You are suppressing your truth. You did live in your past in emotionally unavailable connections, unavailable being. You were with energies that couldn't give you what you desired, but that actually felt safer to you because that was a childhood pattern. So you continuously manifested relationships with people who weren't emotionally, physically, spiritually available to you. That felt like your norm. That felt like what was comfortable to you. And you did that for years, and this is the last of those relationships. So this is your opportunity to break a cycle for others, okay? But you're struggling to break the cycle. You're struggling to let go. And what you feel like is a restriction is actually a form of freedom. It's actually a form of liberation or release. I feel what you're being gifted here is an opportunity to make a change, to break a cycle, and your angels are protecting you. So if you are willing to take charge and action here, because for some of you, you need to just tell this person from the past just to be able to close the cycle out and say, you know what? We did our absolute best. It did not work out. Obviously, you're not ready. I cannot wait permanently. I am moving forward. I have something else. I want to invest in that. I want to make good on this other potential opportunity. Okay. Some of you need to just be clear, transparent, and just move forward in peace and allow this opportunity for angelic protection so you can receive this new blessing with an open heart. Some of you are holding back, like you're not being honest with this person. I'm just going to call a spade a spade. Some of y'all who haven't been here don't know this about us and the way we do things here. We do call you out a little bit in this live, okay? Lovingly, because that's the only way we grow. Some of you have not been honest with this person. You have not been honest with them. You thought you were, but you weren't. You were not fully direct. You were not fully honest, okay? And I feel like it's an opportunity to tell them how it is. Not tell them just enough so they stay around. That's not the mission here, if you choose to accept it. The opportunity, the mission is for you to just speak your truth. Like 10 toes down. Be like, this is the way it is. This is the way it is. You learned from an early age to suppress your truth, to, really coddle others by not sharing too much, by not being over dramatic, by not asking for too much. That's a learned trait. That's a trauma response. Okay. For many of you, this is about moving beyond that through this inner child healing so you can openly and honestly speak truth to this person and say, you know what? I wish you the best, but it's not a match for me, dog. No, it's not a match. And I love those who are saying things about the other person, but it is a waste of energy to judge anyone else. And I say this with love. It is a waste of energy to point your finger at anyone else. Often when you are pointing your finger at someone else, it's because you're not willing to point a finger at yourself. And I say this because the key to my healing has been self-awareness, ruthless self-awareness, being like, oh, no, call myself out on that. Oh, nope, nope. That's the way we heal. That's the way we grow. Okay. We don't point our fingers elsewhere. We point our focus within. Okay. Period. But that's the way we grow and evolve here. And I feel for many of you, it's about being honest, not only with this person, but with yourself. That is the spiritual growth you've been seeking. And for some of you, once you feel the shift in your spiritual growth and expansion, once you feel the sense of peace, and once you also receive this recognition of your bravery, you won't be drawn to this person anymore. Because that was the soul contract's mission. Those are the terms of the soul contract. The purpose of this connection was for you to learn to speak up, to own your voice, to ask for what you need, to be brave, to be courageous, to be vulnerable. Once you speak up, okay, once you speak up, once you express yourself, you can move forward and do so peacefully, okay? Final advice for this collective as we evolve. You are manifesting a holy love and you will receive it, okay? I feel the initial M is significant, okay? The initial M is significant. But this is about understanding the difference between like romance or even like passion and love. I feel sometimes these are mischaracterized. There is this misconception in what love truly is. Some view love as that intensity, okay? Like that meteor colliding, that moment of like a cosmic shift or intervention. That is part of the love sphere, okay? But love is also truth. Love is vulnerability. Love is honesty and decency. Love is commitment. And for many of you, it is about recognizing that you are now manifesting a love that is much more well-rounded. This love was much more singular. This was a love that was very passionate and exciting, but you never were able to truly translate it to real love. To real love. A love that heals. The euphoric love feels incredible, but it feels incredible for a moment. And does euphoric love actually feel incredible? Or does it feel incredible because it's rare? Ask yourself that question. Is that emotionally unavailable love so powerful for any other reason other than the fact that you receive it in small doses? For any other reason other than the fact that it's fleeting and it leaves you wanting more? Of course, that's something that is desirable. Of course, it's something that is captivating. Of course, it's irresistible, right? I think for many, it's about recognizing that love comes in the quiet moments. The quiet moments, thank you, Heidi. The quiet moments of stillness. And for many, what you're wanting is a love that has both romance and a respect for your divinity, and something that will allow you to continue to evolve and grow on your path, okay? So I feel a big shift in the month of August for this collective. I actually see many of you reflecting on this and deciding to move forward beyond this person, deciding to let go, deciding to cut cords, final decision being made for many of you. And this person, yes, is going to be disappointed, but I feel that a lot of you already have someone that you're connected to or will have in the near future. For many of you, you're already attracting a Gemini or another strong soulmate energy. This is somebody who will help renew your faith and hope and love, okay? This is someone who comes into your life out of nowhere. You are not expecting them, but damn, do they wear their heart on their sleeve, like you do. This is not someone who will make you decode them like a puzzle or make you agonize or analyze their every move. This is not somebody who will always leave you with just hints or breadcrumbs to the extent where, again, you're always left desiring more. This is somebody who gives all of themselves. Okay, who gives all of themselves. For most, this could be late July or August. This is definitely a connection that I feel like will be strong and somebody who will be manifesting a future with you consciously. Okay? Final advice for this collective moving forward. For those of you that never received a model for love from a parent that was stable, because I feel many in this collective, you had a father or even mother figure that showed you love was like fleeting. It was like love comes in and out of your life with gifts, or like takes you out to a restaurant but then doesn't see you for 2 years. That to you was love for a long time, right? That was the way that you saw love. And now you're recognizing that the true love that you deserve is the love that stays. Do you feel that you deserve a love that stays? Do you? Only you can answer that question. Do you feel you deserve a love that stays, a love that builds with you, a love that honors you? Do you feel that way? If you feel that way, it will come. A love that balances your beautiful energy. A love that finds it a joy and privilege just to be able to connect with you. A love that will do what is needed to do to find balance with you. A love that will worship you. A love that won't wait for you to find them, but will seek to find you. For many of you, you've gotten so used to being the one that was doing the detective work, the investigation, the follow-up, the pursuing, the chasing, the finding, the performing. You're not used to somebody finding you where you are, meeting you where you are, providing the outstretched hand. Okay? That is what is coming for you. That is what is coming for you. And this is the beautiful, holy love that you have deserved all along. So for many, if there's anything that prevents you from attracting this love, I feel it's just that you haven't accepted this. This is your destiny. That's such a funny message. I feel like Spirit's trying to lighten the energy here a little bit, lighten the mood. I feel many of you have not accepted this is your destiny because there's a part of you that still feels like there was something you were supposed to have with this other situation and you prayed for it for so long that gave it more meaning than the actual situation itself. Clock it. Okay. For some of you, you prayed for this person for so long or wanted them for so long or focused on them for so long. It created this like significance and meaning and purpose around the connection versus what it actually offered you, like versus the presence it actually had in your life. So that became this anthropomorphic entity, right? It almost had like humanistic quality. It's like it became a being all in its own. It was sustaining. Where now that your destiny is being made available to you, now that the universe is trying to offer you this higher path, some of you are still questioning it because you still feel connected to this energy of like fear or like disappointment around what you prayed for and not feeling that you received it. But there is an opportunity here for growth. An opportunity here for growth. The growth in this collective is for you to shift into this place in which you recognize that you deserve the world. You deserve a love that shows up for you, okay? Not just because you are tirelessly showing up for it, okay? Many of you, again, you've suffered through this recreation of a childhood dynamic to the extent where you're like, if I just keep fighting for this person, if I just keep showing up, if I just keep giving myself away, if I just keep abandoning self, eventually they're going to stay. They're not supposed to stay. They're not supposed to stay, okay? They are supposed to go so the right person can come forward so you can receive all of the love that you deserve. So you can feel appreciated every single goddamn day, not once a quarter, not on government holidays, every single day. Do you recognize how beautiful your energy is? Like what a gift that you are? Like, do you know how profound of an effect that you have on others? How dare you devalue the equity of that energy by giving it away to some individual that's not going to reciprocate, okay? How darest you? How dare you? I challenge you to a duel. I do. This is a glove. How darest you? Move forward and receive this beautiful miracle that's being offered to you. You don't have to accept less than you deserve anymore. You don't. It's heavy, but I feel for many of you, it's just releasing the grief around that pain of acceptance. You're accepting the pain that you wanted something really badly and you didn't get it. It happens. Listen, it happens. And sometimes it takes a while for us to see the thing that we're going to get in its place to go, oh, that's why this had to happen. Sometimes there's a delay. Okay. There's a delay between that process. For others, you've already attracted that person, but for some, you have not yet. And because you have not yet, there's still a little bit of grief around what didn't work out. Okay. But I promise you what is coming in its place is so much more profound for all of the right reasons, but all new reasons as well. Okay. So you are not in a state of hopelessness. You are not in a state of despondency. You are not stuck. You are not unable to move forward. You are moving forward. You are not confused. You ain't. If you are, then say you're collective, and that's okay. You still care about this person. Maybe it's still in some dream world. You think maybe we will reconnect, or there could be a reunion. I feel for some of you, there could be some type of last conversation. But I actually feel like this is so much bigger than this person. And I feel for most of you, it's about accepting that the love that you desire is already available because it exists within you, which means it will be mirrored outside of you. Okay? Damn. No woman, no cry. I hope that message was helpful for my collective. Sending so much love, positive energy, and abundance. If you enjoyed that collective message and the all 1,500 words that were in it, 1111 down below.